Alrighty, everyone. Hello and welcome, everybody. What is going on? Phil here, live on the stream. This is my last streaming day in my marathon of streaming days this week. Tomorrow, I get a day away from streaming to do a lot of errands, quite frankly. It won't be a super fun day for me. It'll be me running around doing a lot of busy work and shit that I need to do. So, hoping to end this week with a bang. Alright. And hoping to put out a fun stream for you, both on this first and second gameplay streams. All right. There's a lot to talk about today, to be quite frank with all of you. All right. There's a lot that's been going on, in regards to positive updates to my schedule and things like that. Things behind the scenes with the mod team, and things in my personal life going on. So there's a lot to talk about on the pre-stream today. I'm going to try to cover it in as efficient a way as possible. In fact, let's just get this one out of the way right now. We had a shifting of the mod team yesterday. I hate to say it, but we had a couple mods who basically were not listening to direction, for various reasons. And, for whatever reason, some people do whatever they want to do, even after they promise you they won't. And I had to make a change because of it. There was no way that I could leave people in power who were regularly abusing said power, okay? So we had two different mods on each end of the spectrum who were removed from my mod team yesterday. One, a lot of people were saying was far too strict and was causing problems in the chat with his behavior and over-modding. And the other one, quite frankly, was causing problems with under-modding, being too soft and unbanning a bunch of people. And so, because we had people on both ends of the spectrum, we had a change yesterday, okay? So, it's that simple. All right, we're not going to be addressing it at any kind of length, but it needs to at least be very briefly addressed because, obviously, some of it, happened publicly in the chat yesterday, and so people will notice these people are not here anymore. That's the deal, all right? It's just that simple. And there's no drama here anymore. It's all over with. You're not going to hear me mentioning it anymore. That's that. I'll be working with my mod team behind the scenes to figure out how we want to proceed moving forward. Whether that means, them being more available to help mod, or whether that means that we look for new mods or whatever. But that's all on us, not on you. So don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine on the streams moving forward. Sound good? That's that. Put that behind us, okay? What I would like to do before we get to a very serious segment, where I'm going to tell you about that, basically I need your help more than ever today, starting today, because I'm in a really bad position personally. What I'd like to do is do some positive stuff, all right? I'd like to actually talk about some positive updates, because I did finally last night sit down and had a chance to do some work behind the scenes and figure out how E3 is going to go down this coming week. It also allowed me to figure out my schedule, kind of what games I want to be playing in the next week. All right. And so let's talk about that. All right. So first of all, today I'm returning to Mortal Kombat 11 for the first time in weeks. It's been over 2 weeks since I played the game. I've been so busy with other releases and everything that I haven't had a chance to play it. And today I'm finally going to play with a character that people have been kind of asking me to play with since day one. That's admittedly kind of agreed on by everyone is one of the top competitive characters in the game, Sonya Blade. Apparently she has a ridiculous amount of tools, including a great zoning game, high-low mix-ups, high combo ability, everything you need to be competitively viable in this game, she has. So she has all the tools, okay? But the question is, will I have the talent? Doesn't matter if you have the tools if you don't have the talent, right? And I haven't played this game in over 2 weeks. So we'll see how this goes today on stream. I'm going to take her into training mode, mess around there with the special moves and some combos, then go into the character tutorial to try to learn the basics, do an arcade ladder like I always do, and then take her online for a bit and try to do some online play, see how that goes. And then at the end of the stream, if we have time, go to the crypt and maybe unlock some new stuff in the crypt. All right, we'll see. We'll see how the stream goes. First time in over 2 weeks I'm playing Mortal Kombat 11. All right. Then later tonight, will be more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Listen, I'm well aware this is a very divisive game, a game that not everyone is very excited for. I get it. At the same time, this is a playthrough that I promised via Patron's Choice last year. It's a playthrough that now we're in case 4 of 5, so we're more than halfway through the game, thank God. And apparently I might even finish Case 4 tonight from what people are saying and head into the final kind of act of the game, which is good. But typically with Phoenix Wright games, the final act ends up being the longest. So I guess we'll see. But I am going to be playing Phoenix Wright at least a couple times a week moving forward to try to finish this up sooner rather than later. All right. So that's going to be tonight. Phoenix Wright. All right. On the late stream. Fair enough? Fair enough. Okay. Like I said, guys, tomorrow is my day off from streaming. I'll be running around doing a lot of busy working errands and stuff behind the scenes. And during that day, I would appreciate it if you check out DSPGaming on YouTube. That's where I archive all of my daily streams from right here on Twitch. And you can watch them on demand, at your leisure. Good opportunity to get caught up on a lot of stuff this week, including the conclusion of my Plague Tale playthrough, when I checked out the Code Vein Alpha, and many other things that I did this week. Okay? When I return on Friday, big day, guys. The premiere of Final Fantasy IX HD. That's right. Final Fantasy IX was ported to the PlayStation 4, I believe in HD. And I'm going to start up that playthrough on Friday. It'll be my first major stream of the day. This is one of the few Final Fantasy games I never played. I know nothing about it besides very basic things. Like I know some of the characters. And at one point, way back in the day, I had played it on PC for like probably a couple hours, and that was it. And I don't remember that. I don't remember it at all. So this is going to be a fully original experience, something that it's going to be wild. Much like when I played Final Fantasy X years ago. Remember when I had the Final Fantasy X HD collection, and it was the first time I'd ever experienced those games. Same kind of deal here. All right, so it should be pretty fun. Looking forward to it. This coming Friday, Final Fantasy IX premiering on stream. Alright. Then, on Friday night, I'm going to be finishing up Layers of Fear 2. This is the horror/psychological horror game that I played yesterday and got pretty far. I'm being told there's roughly 2 hours left in the game. So I'm going to try to wrap that up on Friday night. Okay? Then on Saturday, it's going to be a toss-up. I think more than likely I'm going to want to play more Final Fantasy IX simply because once I get one taste of it, I'll probably just be getting into it and want a little bit more. So we'll see, but if for whatever reason Final Fantasy IX isn't well received and people are just really, I want something else, I'll probably do some more Mortal Kombat 11 on Saturday, but more than likely it's going to be more Final Fantasy IX. And then Saturday night, I'm going to return to chill streaming stuff. So if you look at the chill streaming stuff I've been doing, right, probably it would be like MLB, but I don't want to 100% commit to that, and I'll explain to you why very, very shortly. E3 coverage starts. In fact, that Sunday E3 coverage starts, which I'm going to tell you about right now, okay? So we'll see. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll do Mortal Kombat Saturday night or something, because the way it's going to go is I'm going to be doing mini gameplay streams for 2 straight days before my E3 coverage. So allow me to explain, okay, guys? On Sunday and Monday of this week are all of the major E3 press conferences, all right? And that's including Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, and Square Enix. You may be saying, where's Sony? Sony's not doing one this year. You may be saying, where's EA? Well, EA actually is not doing one this year. Nintendo hasn't done one in years. So that's out. Really, there's only 4 major press conferences left from E3. That's how much E3 has been downscaled and downgraded and deprioritized by these game developers. A lot of them just don't care about E3 anymore. For example, Sony just does their own thing. They do their own kind of direct presentation, much like Nintendo, and they are not even going to go to E3 to do a formal stage show. So I am going to be covering said press conferences. Here's how it's going to go. When those press conferences are being broadcast live across the internet, I'll be watching them along with you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to host those here on my channel on Twitch. So together we'll just sit here and watch them together, and I'll be talking with you guys in stream chat while I take copious notes on those press conferences, all right? Then immediately as those conferences end, I will go live with special reactionary recap and reaction broadcast. So basically it'll be my recap of what I just saw at the conference and my reactions and thoughts about each thing, okay? This is how I do it every single year. It's very successful. People like it. I'm going to keep doing it this way, all right? So I'm going to do that for the 4 major press conferences. When are those conferences? Microsoft is at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. Bethesda is 5:30 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. On Monday, we've got, I believe, Ubisoft at 1 p.m. Pacific time, and then Square Enix is at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? So, yes, I will be watching back all of that stuff live, all right, with you, and then immediately going live with my reactionary broadcasts to it, okay? Now, obviously, this throws a loop into my streaming schedule, because normally I would do 2 gameplay streams, one starting at 10:15 a.m. and going till 4 p.m., then taking a break, then coming back around 6:45 p.m. and going till 9. Obviously, these conferences now kind of, throw a monkey wrench into those plans, right? So here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is each day, I'm still going to broadcast in the morning, all right? But it's going to be more laid back and chill and not serious. And what I mean by that is it's going to be chill gameplay before these conferences, okay? So, for example, Sunday morning, I'm still going to start my stream at 10:15 a.m. We're still going to do a pre-stream. And then we're going to decide, what chill game should we play today? Should it be MLB? Should it be Minecraft? Or should we do maybe some Blackout Battle Royale? What chill kind of gameplay do you guys want to see? Or, on a whim, do you guys want to maybe see some classic Street Fighter? See me attempt to try to play some old school Street Fighter? I'd be okay with trying to do that. I certainly don't know how that would go. But, basically, the streams are going to be a time killer until the first press conference starts at 1 p.m. All right? So, yeah, that's how it's going to go. Is basically me, doing some kind of chill gameplay or whatever on the stream, and then swapping over, and we'll watch the press conference together, and then right after, I'll do my reactionary video, to summarize and everything. Okay? So that's how it's going to go for 2 straight days, both Sunday and Monday. Now, the nighttime streams, both the press conferences, Bethesda starts at 5:30 p.m., and Square Enix starts at, 6 p.m.? You figure those are going to at least go an hour each, if not longer. If I remember, Bethesda was like over 2 hours one year. It was insane how long it was. So what I'm going to do is just watch those conferences and then immediately, do my recap reaction videos. That's going to be the end of my content for the day, because those streams potentially could go, to 9 p.m. or later, my time, which is when I usually end my late stream anyway. Okay? So that's Sunday and Monday. That's how it's going to go. All right. Now on Tuesday, we're going to go back to regularly scheduled gameplay streaming. All right. We are. And it's going to be a full day of normal gameplay. All right. What's it going to be? Well, again, it could be more Final Fantasy IX, depending on how much we're liking that game. At that point, I'll have been away from it for a couple days. Or it could be Mortal Kombat. All right. We'll see. And then Wednesday night, again, an open nighttime stream for some kind of chill content. More than likely, that's going to be Phoenix Wright. Reason being, as you just heard when I told you, we didn't really get an opportunity to do like any Phoenix Wright major stuff during the week there. So let's play it by ear. Let's see what happens. I want to try to get 2 sessions of Phoenix Wright in. Maybe like Saturday night will be Phoenix Wright, and then Wednesday night will be Phoenix Wright. So we at least get a good progress in the game this week. Okay. Thursday's my day off this week. Next week, excuse me. So that's the week. It would basically be Friday, Final Fantasy IX, and the conclusion of Layers of Fear 2. Saturday, Final Fantasy IX or Mortal Kombat paired with Phoenix Wright. Sunday, some kind of chill gameplay to start the stream. Then we watch and react to Microsoft, and then we watch and react to Bethesda. And then on Monday, again, some kind of mini chill stream in the morning. Then it would be watch and react to Ubisoft, and then watch and react to press conference for Square Enix. Then on Tuesday, a normal day of gameplay, more than likely more Final Fantasy IX, and pair that with like a chill stream at night. Okay? Then on Wednesday, so here's the big news, guys, 'cause I forgot about this. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a big cumulative podcast event right here on my normal first stream. I usually do this every E3. I'm going to do it again this year. So what this podcast is going to be on Wednesday of this week, the big best and worst of E3 rundown, according to me. What I'm going to do is not only cover the stuff in the 4 press conferences that I've already reacted to, but I'm also going to do things like watch the Nintendo Direct that's going to come out. Hear about the Devolver Digital games, hear about anything Sony may announce, because I'm sure we're going to have tons of updates on things like The Last of Us 2 and stuff like that. We're going to have more information than just what's at those 4 major press conferences, all right? So on Wednesday, that's going to be a big podcast. Number one, it's going to be my personal best and worst of E3 rundown. And number two, we're going to go through the entire gaming calendar for the rest of 2019. And I'm going to tell you guys what games I'm interested in playing, so that you know exactly what to expect when it comes to me covering games this year. All right? There you go. So once again, let me do a rundown one more time because I screwed that up. Friday, Final Fantasy IX, conclusion of Layers of Fear 2. Saturday, either Final Fantasy IX Mortal Kombat, and then Phoenix Wright. Sunday, mini chill stream, Microsoft press conference, and then my reaction response. Bethesda press conference, and then my reaction response. Monday, mini chill stream, the Ubisoft press conference, and then my reaction response. And then Square Enix press conference and my reactions and response. Tuesday, full day of gameplay. Probably Final Fantasy IX, followed by something chill at night. Not sure what yet, but it'll probably be a full-on chill session Tuesday night. Wednesday, my best and worst of E3 podcast rundown, plus the full schedule update for the rest of the year. That's probably going to be at least a 2 to 3 hour long podcast on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations to end the streaming week. All right? And then on that Thursday, I'm off. So then, this is cool. We can refresh ourselves when I come back that Friday. If any new games or whatever were released during the week, maybe that'd be my opportunity to maybe start them up. Or if not, continue on with Final Fantasy IX Mortal Kombat and balance that in with the chill stuff. Because the thing is, the chill gameplay is going to take a backseat this week. You know, normally I have regular streams of things like MLB, Minecraft, and Blackout. But because this week's going to be thrown for a loop, you're just going to have mini chill streams thrown in there, and it's not going to be as regular as it usually is. And that's okay. That's fine. You know, this is a very special week with E3 being covered and everything. So it's to be expected the schedule is going to be changed up a little bit. And then what I'm hoping is the week after, things can get a little bit back to normal. Okay? Fair enough? All right. There you go. Sounds good? Good. 2 thumbs up. All right, guys. So that's the schedule. All right, now the other major update, as you guys can see at the top of your screens, if you're looking at the Stream Stats leaderboard on stream, I have set up the subscriber goal for this month. It is 560 subscriptions. There's many reasons that I set it up as that. All right, we're currently at 519 subs, and we're trying to hit 560 for a few reasons. The first is, if I did 550, I've already been there, and I think that would be maybe a little bit too easy. Whenever you do a subscriber goal, you want to make it a little bit of a stretch goal. I kind of feel that naturally we're going to get some more subscribers over the course of my E3 coverage anyway. And with Final Fantasy IX, some people may be resubbing for the first time in a while because they love my JRPG content and I haven't done one in several months. All right. And quite frankly, I need the help. So, you know, I didn't want to go crazy. I didn't want to do like 575 or higher. I think that's way too much of a stretch. But I certainly could see, you know, roughly 30, 40 people subbing in the next week or 2, or actually 3 weeks, because where are we? Today's only June. Oh my God, today's only June 5th. I thought we were way further into the month. So we've got a long time to hit this goal. All right. So let's see how it goes. All right. I think we could do it. I'm pretty sure we can hit it. What is the sub goal? Well, it's, as we've discussed, it's going to be viewer's choice event. For the first time ever, you, the common viewer, will be able to nominate and vote on a game you want to see me do a full playthrough of. I will commit to a full playthrough of said game if it wins the polling. All right. I previously did this with Patron's Choice, where it was just the patrons who were able to nominate and vote. And we had so many different games over the years that I've done this way, including Persona 3 and 4, the Yakuza series, Simpsons Hit and Run, Sonic 2006, Super Mario Sunshine, and now Phoenix Wright. So that's just a few of the many games that I played over the years as a result of the patrons' input. By the way, if you are a patron of mine, you will get priority input here, because you will still be able to nominate and vote on a game you want to see, and the patrons, whatever game becomes like the patrons' priority, is going to automatically make it to the final poll here of games that will be voted on for this upcoming Viewer's Choice event. All right? But in order for all this to happen, all right, in order for all of this to happen, you got to sub. We got to hit 560 subs this month. All right, guys? So please consider it. Please consider subbing. Obviously, it helps me out. You get access to over 30 emotes here on the channel, and you'll make this special Viewer's Choice event happen. I can't wait to see what the common viewer you know, who previously to this event has never been able to nominate and vote on stuff for an event like this, will actually want to see me play. And it'll be perfect timing, too, because if I finish Phoenix right up this month, perfect. We could start a viewer's choice, you know, right away in the summer. That would be a great game to balance with everything else that I'm doing, right? Fair enough. Huh, Vader just said, Lords of the Fallen rerun. Well, the thing is, Lords of the Fallen was an incredibly broken piece of shit game at launch. Apparently, later on, they, much like many other games in this modern era that come out like shit and then they fixed them, they apparently fixed the game to actually be fair and playable later on. But at that, by the time they did, I didn't give a fuck about it. I mean, that would be fair game. Someone wanted me to see, go back and play Corpse Party. I just read what someone just said in the stream chat, and I read what I said. No, if someone wanted me to go back and play Lords of the Fallen, that would be a consideration. It absolutely would be a consideration. Okay? Sounds good? Alright. Alright, guys. So, that is the deal. And thanks for being patient here. As I got through all of that. That was a lot of information to cover. It was very important. Alright. Alright, guys. Now I got to get to a portion of the pre-stream that is pretty serious. Normally here I would do a plug segment. Normally I would tell you about all the ways you could contribute, right? I would say, oh, you could go to Patreon, or you could buy something from Teespring, you could cheer, sub, or tip. The bottom line, guys, is right now I'm in the worst financial position I've ever been in, because of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I am faced with a dilemma. All right? Said dilemma is that I am not getting paid for 10 days. All right? 10 days until I get my payment from Twitch for this month. I have no other sources of income right now. I've tried my best to do things to make extra income. I tried to sell my statues. No one was serious about buying them. I talked to a ton of people, and everyone kind of wasted my time, and no one bought anything. I basically, tried as much as I could. I stretched myself thin as much as I possibly freaking could here. And I'm done. I'm shot. I have no other options here at this point. So I have 10 days where I have $0 in my bank account, and I can't pay bills. And this really fucking sucks, because I have bills coming up. I have a condo dues that are going to be due. I have a loan payment that's due. And I know for a fact I probably have 1 or 2 credit card payments all coming up. And I have no money to pay them. Now, you may say, well, what happens then? Well, my bank account may or may not clear them, meaning, like, my bank may say, we'll pay you, but then we charge you this big overdraft fee. I've never been in a situation where there's 10 days till I get paid, and I know I have no money. Like, this is the worst I've ever had in my entire life. So I'm pretty screwed. All right, and what I'm doing now is I'm appealing to you guys, the viewers, for anyone who's listening out there and, who cares and who likes my content and all that. This is the worst situation I've ever been in. It has nothing to do with you guys. You guys have been incredibly supportive. I seriously cannot say a negative thing about the streams or about anything. Everything's been great. The problem is behind the scenes, there's shitty stuff going on in my life that pretty much killed me this month. And if I can't make ends meet and pay these bills in the next 2 weeks, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, we're talking potentially the internet could get cut off, because that actually, I believe, at the very tail end there of when I get paid from Twitch is supposed to be paid, and I don't have money for it. All right. So here's the deal. If you guys want to help me out, please tip me. All right, tipping me. I swear to you, 100% of all tip funds are going to pay bills. They have been for the past month and a half. That or buying a new game. But now, I mean, at this point, like, I can't even afford to buy a game at this point. And I know there's a ton of new games coming out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to afford them, being very real with all of you. That's how bad of a situation I'm in right now. So I need to get through this, and really the only thing that I can ask is for your support via tips. That's it. I don't even know what else to do. I have no clue what else I could possibly do to make any money right now to make ends meet. And it sucks. It's a horrible feeling. And it's hopefully a feeling that I can get out of in the next couple of months. The thing is, now we got E3, new games coming out. We're going to have some consistency in the streams where it's going to be better content. And I think you guys are going to, regularly viewership around this time of the year gets better. And, you know, some people are getting out of school and stuff, so they start tuning into the streams more and everything. So, that being said, anything that you can do to help is appreciated. Even if you can't tip, word of mouth, hey, go check out Phil's streams and stuff like that. It helps. Just being here and hanging out with me and being positive, right? Instead of being one of these negative jerks that comes in to insult me, just kind of hanging out with me, you know, makes me feel better and gives me some motivation to keep coming back, right? But in particular, right now, I'm in such a bad situation, you know, I really need your help with tips, okay? So I'm just being very honest with everyone, open. I didn't want it to come to this. I've been struggling and really busting my butt the past 2 months to try to make this not happen, and it's happened finally, and I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I just got to kind of shrug and be like, hopefully things turn around. Hopefully I can raise enough tips in the next couple of weeks to at least pay some of these bills so I'm not that much massively overdrawn. And then when the Twitch payment comes through, hopefully it's enough to make up for the negative balance in my account. And then hopefully for the rest of this month, things go really well on streams to help make up for all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of what ifs, but it's really all I can rely on anymore. Certainly, you know, I've shown my dedication with the amount that I stream and the amount of stuff that I do with you guys. And I can't really do much else, you know. It's not like, oh, well, Phil could do a special thing here. Not much else I could do. You know what I mean? So, the bottom line is this. I apologize, guys, that I even have to bring this up. I don't want to. And basically, for the next few weeks, I'm not even going to be doing full plug segment. I'm just going to say, please tip me if you can. And the thing is, if you cheer or sub, that's great. You know, we have a sub goal for the month. Cheering helps, you know, in the long term. But tipping me right now is the only thing that's going to get me through the next, you know, 10 days until I get paid. And then after that, making up for the fact that I didn't have the money. You know what I mean? So, please, guys, consider tipping if you can. There's 2 ways you can tip. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on. If you don't see that button, you can type !tip into the stream chat. You do not need a PayPal account to tip me. You could use a debit or credit card right there on the PayPal tips page. All right? And you could do it anonymously, because I know a lot of people are afraid to tip me, and then, oh my God, then something negative is going to happen because someone's going to come after me or whatever. And the bottom line is this. You know, if you do, there's a chance that someone might. So when you tip me, you can do it anonymously. You don't have to put your real name. You can just say anonymous. Or you could say, make up a name. Make up a totally different name. That way no one will know it's you. I won't know it's you. No one will, okay? So, just being honest, thank you guys. Anyone who contributes anything, I appreciate it, really. I really, sincerely am appealing to you because this is the worst time I've ever had financially. It sucks because I really feel my personal life is actually at an all-time high. Like, my life with Kat, we love each other. We're having a great life behind the scenes. You know, tomorrow I'm going to have, even though tomorrow is going to be a day where I'm just running errands that I have to do behind the scenes, and we don't get to do too much fun stuff. We're going to have a fun day together regardless. We love spending time together. My wife is amazing. And it's like, my personal life is at an all-time high, and my financial life is the worst it's ever been, and there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? All right. So, enough is enough about beating the dead horse. I'm just so you guys know, I am going to bring it up a few times during streams. Please tip me. It's just, I need people to understand how serious this is. I'm not going to tell a full sob story or anything. I'm just going to be like, listen, I really need support. Please tip me if you can, okay? And I'm going to be bringing this up a few times, so. All right. Okay. Hold on one second, because I need to blow my nose. And then I'm going to do shout-outs for those who've contributed, and then we're going to get ready for Mortal Kombat. Okay, give me a second to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and let us do shout outs for your contributions on stream, and then we're going to get started with Mortal Kombat. All right. All right. All right, so first of all, overnight, a few people were very supportive, and I appreciate that. We start off with Golden Colts, who did an overnight cheer. Tannemounter actually tipped me $5 overnight and also did a 200-bit cheer. Thank you, Tannemounter. I got an anonymous dollar tip, and this is an interesting question, saying, Phil, can we expect the return of the Hate Live later next week? What he's talking about is my old podcast. I used to call it Hate Live. Let me put it this way. We are going to definitely do a podcast on Wednesday. It's going to be in the spirit of kind of what I used to do. It's going to be a full E3 recap, where I'm going to be talking about the best and worst of E3, in my opinion, not only including things from the press conferences that I cover, but also other things, like I said, the Nintendo Direct, maybe Devolver Digital, whatever Sony reveals, etc. Okay, so it's going to be a big cumulative podcast where I cover a ridiculous amount of information. It should be a really good show. And I'm going to update my gaming schedule so that, you know, we have a full-on idea of what games I'll be covering for the rest of 2019. That being said, I don't think I'm going to call it Hate Live anymore, because I don't think it really isn't. It's not an ongoing, it's absolutely not an ongoing thing in regards to, like, oh, it's my podcast continuing. It's not. It's going to be kind of a one-off thing. Therefore, yes, it will return, but it won't be called Hate Live. All right? It will not be called Hate Live whatsoever. So there you go. It'll just be like you know, Dark Side Phil's best and worst of E3, you know, podcast recap or something, you know, something like that. Okay? But yeah, that's going to be on Wednesday. All right? Fair enough. Okay. Draku tipped me $1 and says, I love your content. And of course, he spelled it in the detractor way. Well, thank you for the $1 tip regardless. Okay? All right, so now we're going to get the people who actually contributed during today's stream. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and do this. By the way, I'll just say this up front. All the idiots in stream chat who are basically saying that I violated Twitch's terms of service are completely wrong. On Twitch, it is perfectly 100% okay to ask for tip contributions. It is 100% allowed, and always was, by the way. Anyone who says otherwise is a fucking liar, basically just trying to stir up drama. You know, if you need support via tips, you can ask for them. You always have been able to do that. It's never been against Twitch terms of service, or else how am I still here? I mean, let's not be fucking stupid. Okay? So just to forewarn anyone, if you're going to try to spam the stream chat with nonsense, you're going to get moderated. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Okay. So let's start off with Uzi Gohard, who did the first 2 cheers of today. What the hell? My thing just completely screwed up. Hold on. Now I gotta get this working here. Alright, someone immediately just said, oh, it's against community guidelines. No, it's not. Goodbye. Get out of here. We're gonna have a lot of trolls today. It's fine. Just ban them all. Okay, so Uzi Gohard did the first 2 cheers of the day. And he says, what's up? What is up, Uzi Gohard? Good to see you. Thank you for the support. Let me go ahead and get you up on the leaderboard here. It was a 50-bit cheer to start. Of course, I'll update that later with anyone who cheered more than that. But thank you for the first cheers of the day. Oh, I think you know what's up now. I just covered a ridiculous amount of stuff on pre-stream, so I'm pretty sure you know what's up by now. Let's see here. Angry Crow took me $1.11, all right, and says, play Ace Combat 7 for viewer's choice. Well, viewer's choice is up to the viewers. You are a single viewer, and I appreciate your input, for sure, Angry Crow. However, number one, the viewer's choice event isn't even guaranteed to happen yet, because it's based on a sub goal. We have to hit the sub goal for the month. In addition to that, it's going to be, you know, the combined nominations and voting of everyone. So that's how viewer's choice works, you know? It's kind of it's a democracy event when you think about it. So, let's see what happens this month with subs. Let's see if we can hit that viewer count. Let's see if we can hit that sub goal count and go from there. Okay? Mithrandir 475 tipped me $5. That's the top tip of the day. He says, for help with your situation, keep strong, brother. I thank you very much, Mithrandir. Thank you very much. And by the way, I should say this as well. If you're thinking of helping out, all right, and you're like, man, you know, I want to tip Phil and help him out, but I can only tip like $1, and I don't think that's going to help. That's not the case at all. The truth of the matter is that I've always been successful via the combined efforts of the hundreds to thousands of people who watch my content on a daily basis, not by a concerted effort of one person. You see what I mean? Like, and not to say there haven't been big contributors in the past. There have been. But in reality, the reason this works is because so many people enjoy my stuff and they all give a little, you know? And don't think, oh man, I can only give $1. That ain't gonna help. It does help. It does. It adds up, and you know, it helps tremendously. All right. So thank you even for considering. But if that's what you're worried about, that's not the case. All right. Oh, the brutalizer tipped me $1, saying I asked you on my Twitch about being. Oh no, I asked you about my ban on the forums. You didn't respond. I didn't break any rules. You're wrong. I did look into it, and guess what? You did break rules. You absolutely did. You did do stuff that was against, you know, what we're supposed to be doing here on the streams, and that's why you were fucking, you know, banned. And that's why I didn't respond. I mean, it was pretty outright what you said in the stream chat too. It wasn't even like, you know, oh, this could be interpreted in a way. It wasn't. I think what you're trying to get me to, like, you know, not think that you did anything wrong. I don't know. But anyway, sorry, you're not getting unbanned. The bottom line is this. If you're someone, I'll be very upfront and honest with all of you. All right? If you're someone who in the past made a big mistake, you said something that you think could be, you know, you got banned because you trolled, you got banned because you did something against the rules, and you try to appeal, and someone doesn't unban you, all right? I understand that can be frustrating, especially if you have had a change of heart and you're really like, man, I really don't want to troll anymore. You know, I kind of learned or whatever. Sometimes you just do something that rubs someone the wrong way, or you do it to the point where they can't trust that you're going to be trustworthy moving forward. You realize you can make another account, right? I'm just saying, like, there's nothing we could ever do, and people do this all the time anyway. But you know, we always give people second chances if we think it's warranted. But if there's something that's so egregious or so outright, you know, we're not going to do it. We're not going to unban. And if you think that, man, I really have changed and I just want to try again, you can always just make another account. You know what I mean? Sorry that I can't micromanage every single request. It's true, I can't. I get them all the time, and I can't sit here and every single one go through hundreds of chat logs for 6 months to determine whether or not you were just having a bad day and that was why you got banned. I just can't do that. You know, I'm going to look at the last few things you said, and if it is something that's warranted of a ban, you're going to get banned, all right? In a lot of cases, I'll be honest, a lot of cases, even if it is something stupid, I still unban anyway, and I'm like, I'll still give him another chance. Let's see how this goes. But sometimes it's to the point where I'm just not going to do it, and I think in the case of this brutalizer guy, I looked it up, and there was just, like, blatant shit. I was like, all right, I'm not going to unban this guy. So there you go. All right, let's continue on, guys. So, actually, did I update the tips? Now I don't even know if I did. I'll do it anyway. That was $1. I have no idea if I updated it or not. All right. So continuing on, Frogs playing golf. Or is it Frogs playing golf? Because everyone says I say it the wrong way. I don't know. He cheered, and he says, I think it's funny people say get a job and you won't have these issues. Like all the debt will just magically go away or hours don't get cut at real jobs. Sorry, I can't tip Phil. It's true. The people that say that basically are completely ignorant of anything. Just being honest. You know, they think that, oh, being on the internet and streaming and making videos isn't a real job. If you just went out and got a real 9-to-5 job or a real, you know, you got a couple part-time jobs, you'd be in a much better position. It's like, no, you wouldn't. Because as I've told you guys, this job, I make more money at this job than I ever made at any other job I ever held, including the office job that I had for 5 years. I make more money doing this. My problem is things keep happening behind the scenes over and over that screw me over. And to this point, like, I don't even want to bother you guys with the details of it anymore. It's so ludicrous and stupid. And it's stuff that I can't control. And at this point, you know, I have done everything I can. Behind the scenes, I am trying to fix the situation. I'm just not going to give you the details because every time I do, people use it against me in some malicious way, so I'm not going to. But I'm in the process of trying to fix this situation. It's going to take a long time. It's not something that can be done overnight. And I just need to stay afloat during this time period. And right now, you know, this one particular time is so bad for me that I just don't even know what to do. You know, so I'm gonna be honest with all of you because I need your help. I'm not gonna, you know, not be honest and get screwed over here. And then what can I do? I can't even broadcast because I can't pay my freaking internet bill, right? But at the same time, I understand this is not something you guys want to hear all the time. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I just want to stream and have fun. I wish there was a magic solution. I wish that I could just immediately get another job that would pay double what I make now, and it would fix everything. That's insanity, though. That's like, you know, living in some fucking fantasy world where you think that because I go get a job somewhere else, I'm just going to magically fix everything. Any job that I get outside of streaming right now will pay less than what I make streaming. In this case, I need to get to a point, and I've explained this before, long term. Long term, all right, what I need to do, I need to get to a point where I am better off financially than I am now. It's going to take a long time, though. That's the problem. But I need to get to a point where I don't have to work as much, or I don't have to stream as much just to make ends meet with the basic bills that I pay and everything. And then I can go find another job. I can go work for another company, whether it's a part-time retail job, whether it's a full-time retail job, whether I try to get to a better thing. Like I said, there's a few things around here I'd love to apply for, but I know they probably wouldn't hire me because I've been out of the job sector for 9 years, and by then it'll probably be even longer, right? So, long-term, I totally understand this isn't viable to do something full-time long-term like this. It's not. You know, as I get older, people are going to have less interest in what I have to say and do on stream, too. Let's be honest here. Okay? But that being said, that's not something that I can fix overnight. That's something that's going to take a while for me to get financially sound enough that now I don't have to stream as much and now I can go look for another job. I can't do that right now. I have to be here, you know, working my butt off 6 days a week, 10 plus hours a day in order to make ends meet. I just have to. Okay? Sound good? All right. All right. Let's continue, guys. Wow. Well, first of all, thank you very much to the Patriarchy who tipped me $100. Thank you very, very much. And he says, can't have that Lords of the Garbage Redemption run without you, man. Hang in there. Thank you very, very, very much, the Patriarchy. Seriously. That is going to help me tremendously, you know, right now. Thank you so much for that. Oh, my God. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish there was more to say, but, you know, as for Lords of the Fallen, like I said, hey, it could happen. If this Patriots Choice events happen this month, it could happen. All right. Let's see here. My dad is the BTK cheered, and he trolled in his comment. I think he thinks I'm stupid. I'm not going to read it, but I say thank you for the cheer regardless. A gangster cheered and suggests I can't afford my lifestyle. I need to cut back on stuff. I've cut back on everything I possibly can. I don't spend money on any luxuries whatsoever. I'm not even exaggerating. I have nothing. Everything I pay for is an existing debt. The problem isn't that I'm spending too much. The problem is that I owe too much already. And I'm to the point where I can't. I've stretched myself thin. My credit is completely overextended. Like, I can't afford anything anymore. You know? It's not that, oh my God, Phil's living the life and every day he's going out and spending $100 on food and look at the extravagant clothes he's wearing and all this shit. And by the way, you always have the idiots who will bring up, oh, well, he owns 2 homes. Not for long. You know, like I said, behind the scenes, I'm working in process on all of this. And you're right, I can't keep doing this. You know, at the expense of my credit, I'm doing things behind the scenes to try to fix this situation. It sucks because my credit's going to be fucking ruined and there's nothing I could do about it. But I have to do it. So I'm working on all these things. This is one of the things that behind the scenes has been frustrating the shit out of me. Is that I would love to have an overnight solution and boom, now I don't have to worry about, oh, there's a fucking condo in Connecticut that's draining me. But I can't, there's no overnight solution. I'm trying to get this fixed and I'm working on it. Okay? All right, you know, and it sucks ass. You know? It's not, again, people seem to think that my lifestyle is so great and amazing. Dudes, like, it's not. You know? Yes, do I have a nice house here in Washington? Yes. But outside of that, I barely get to spend any time with my wife. I am here working my ass off every day. Not to say that it's not fun being on stream. I don't get days off to go do fun stuff. You know, there's no weekends for me. They don't exist. You know, I do everything I possibly can. and there's not much else I can do to lower my expenses. I've gotten rid of everything that was super expensive in my name. I got rid of cable television. I cut back, got rid of a phone line. I did everything I could. When we go grocery shopping, we're buying cheaper stuff. I'm not even kidding. Like, we actually changed our meal plans to say we got to make lower cost things when we go out to buy groceries and stuff. We've done everything we can, and I can't do anything else. So I'm sorry, a gangster, but a cheer like this and a message like this is completely unfair and insulting to me. Especially someone, it's not like I've just been sitting here, I'm just spend constantly, and now I expect that things are going to magically get better. It's not. It's been the complete fucking opposite for the last year, where I've completely tried to change my lifestyle to be no spending, and I'm still in this situation. So don't say shit like that, because it personally does hurt when you say stuff like that. Even if you don't, intend it, it's fucking hurtful, man, because I'm here busting my butt, all right? Please stop with that shit, okay? All right, continuing on. Il Chan Flay tipped me $1 and said, "Are you willing to accept Atelier Rorona, willing to give you a $20 tip every day you play it?" As I said, I looked into it, and that game is a game that apparently is an insanely long, like JRPG style grind, but it also is just like a lot of a time waster game. I think the best way people explained it is kind of like, it's almost like a mobile game, but it's like an actual full console release. And I don't think anyone in my viewing audience is going to like it. In fact, you brought this up twice in the past couple of weeks. No one has come to me and said, "Hey, Phil, will you try that? Atelier, whatever the hell it's called." Most people are like, "No, do not play that game." Okay? So I'm not going to play it. The Last Rambo cheered. He says, "Can you respond to the allegation that Twitch shows favoritism towards you?" No. Twitch doesn't show any favoritism toward me at all. I just don't break the fucking rules. The things that people make, they make up shit constantly. Phil broke this rule. Phil broke that rule. The rules don't exist. The rules that they claim I'm breaking don't exist. They false report me to Twitch every day saying that I broke a rule. There's no rules that I break. I don't break, what the fuck, man? The thing is, last year, I did actually get some, discipline, I guess you could call it, from Twitch. When they changed their rules, all right, they changed their rules to become much more strict early on in 2018. And I did receive some penalties there, if you guys remember. A couple days I couldn't stream, and I completely changed up the way that I say and do things to make sure that I wasn't violating those rules, and I don't. Just because people don't like me, all right, doesn't mean I'm against what Twitch is saying you can do on their site. That's not how it works. Oh, I don't like this person, therefore they should just be banned from Twitch. No, that's not how it works. I don't violate Twitch's rules ever. Ever. There's not even like, oh, he's on the fine line. No, I don't. I'm not insulting anyone's personal appearance. I'm not asking you for things that are not allowed to be asked for on Twitch. Everything I do is in line with what Twitch allows, 100%. In fact, if anything, I get unfairly punished by Twitch for things I don't do. For example, I should be able to be part of their sponsorship program and be able to play their sponsored games on the bounty board, and I can't because the trolls are so butthurt that I'm still allowed on Twitch. They harass the shit out of the games who I play sponsored streams for, and now I've been blacklisted from that program. So if anything, all right, if anything, it's the opposite. I actually get more negativity and more things that I can't do than I deserve. It's that simple. Okay? All right. So no, there's no favoritism towards me. That's absolutely insane. That's just insanity. That people even say that. If you watch my streams, you're like, what the hell are people talking about? That Phil should be banned. What the fuck? Nothing. There's nothing I do ever that warrants any kind of discipline or ban. I don't break the rules. That's why I'm here. All right, let's continue. Holy crap. Zilla98 tipped me $155. Holy shit. Thank you, Zilla98. And they say, a lot of people dislike Godzilla 1998, but I really like the sequel cartoon, Godzilla the series. What do you think of Zilla as a unique kaiju, not as Godzilla? I really like the design and the cartoon. I never saw the cartoon, ever. So I certainly cannot say a single word about the Godzilla cartoon. They did, in the actual lore of Godzilla, they made Godzilla 98 his own thing and not the real Godzilla. They called him Zilla, and he actually made a special guest appearance in Godzilla Final Wars. You may not be aware of this. Of course, big fans of Godzilla are. He actually fought the real Godzilla in Godzilla Final Wars and got completely demolished. The real Godzilla just like fucking ate him alive. I think, I'm trying to remember. I think he did like a group blast of his voice and just like vaporized him instantly, which was pretty funny. So, that being said, I saw Godzilla 98 in theaters. Alright? I'll be honest with you. I did not like the movie. I walked out of that theater with my dad, and we were both shaking our heads saying, what the fuck did we just watch? Like, the Godzilla itself at the time looked good. Don't get me wrong. Like, for graphically in a movie, that was really good CGI, and it looked good. But outside of that, the plot was so god-awful. And, Matthew fucking Broderick is the main character. It was just, like, the weirdest movie we'd ever seen. It's, by the way, I should actually tell you this. If you've never seen the 1998 Godzilla movie, you should actually probably watch it. And the reason I say that is it's so silly, okay, that it's actually entertaining. It's entertaining for the wrong reasons, but it's actually quite entertaining. So you should definitely give it a look. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll probably crack up and enjoy yourself. No lie. You'll probably have like a blast watching this movie. As long as you go into it with the expectation that it's not good, you'll actually have fun with the movie, okay? But, I can't attest to anything, with the cartoon or whatever. I never saw it. I only saw the movie. Okay, then. What do I think of him as a unique kaiju? I think it's interesting that they made him a unique kaiju because it was such bad backlash from that movie. They said, oh, that can't be the real Godzilla. And I like that he had a cameo in Final Wars, but as a unique kaiju, I mean, obviously it didn't hang. They had actually planned, if you didn't know, they actually planned on making more. They wanted to make like a trilogy of movies for Godzilla, but the first movie was panned so badly they never made another one. Which is pretty funny. Alright, let me take a look here. Hold on a second, guys, because someone... Let me see something here. Excuse me. Alright, it's this simple. Save the Pig the Game used to be a regular on the stream, and then he started talking about very, very controversial topics and got banned because of it. And I'm willing to give him a second chance as long as he commits to the fact that he'll just talk about fun stuff on the streams and won't derail the stream with extreme stuff. Okay? So I actually am going to unban this guy live. Because he did request it. I'm going to be nice. But now it's like a public thing. If Save the Pig the Game overacts or whatever, he's going to get banned. Alright? Just making that very clear. I'm trying. I actually did just a lean-in unban. I did a lean-in unban. How about that? You weren't expecting that today, were you? Okay, then. All right, Uzi tipped $5. Thank you, Uzi, for the $5 tip. Okay. Then Zacho tipped me $5. Said, best of luck. I'm banned from chat for some reason, but fuck it. At least I can help this way. Again, Zach, if you want me to appeal the ban, I can. You got to message me with your information, though, dude. So I know, what's going on, and I know to, look into it. So email me or whatever, talk to another mod, but I'll look into it for you if you'd like me to. Okay? Thank you for the support. Cupcake tipped me $1 and says, it's not much, but I hope it helps you. It does. Thank you very much, Cupcake. Then Italian Crow tipped me $6. He said, Phil, ho pregato per un miracolo e piove la rane. Thank you very much for that. Me too. Thank you very much for the support. Let's see here. You're absolutely right. Someone tipped me $1 and said cutting your luxury expenses helps out. You're absolutely right. It does. And I have cut a ridiculous amount of luxury expenses. You guys have no concept of how much I've cut. Serious. Oh, my keyboard just stopped working. Interesting. But no, like, I seriously have cut back hugely on everything that I possibly could at this point. I just don't talk about it because it's private stuff behind the scenes. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Thank you for the support. Egg Gangster chooses to sell the cars and buy a reliable used car. Egg Gangster, you have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, I don't own cars. See what I mean? Egg Gangster, very gullible. Apparently believes I own multiple cars. I don't. I own one car. It's a car that I drive everywhere, and Kat uses to get to and from work as well. And it's a nice car. It's a mid-range car. That's a couple years old. It's not a valuable car. If I were to sell it and get a used car, it wouldn't make me any money. It wouldn't. Already the car's dipped in value so much. Plus, how do you think I'm going to afford another car? Anyway, this is what I mean. Stupid shit. Stupid. I know this suggestion will save Phil. No, it won't. There you go. Philly Buckeye just cheered. He says, why don't you sell one of your 5 Lamborghinis? Exactly. You know what I should do? I should clear out my garage of luxury vehicles that I have downstairs that I just don't show you guys, right? Another one of these ridiculous things people say. So Cupcake gifted 2 subs, one to Abigail Can and one to Battle Penguins. Congrats to those who got gifted subs. I appreciate that very much. Okay. All right, and let me get rid of this troll. There we go. Got rid of a troll. Good. An anonymous cheerer did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much. Pikuru to me $1 said, I heard 2 mods got demoted. Can you debunk? I already explained this on the pre-stream. You weren't paying attention. If you want an explanation of that, go watch this on YouTube as or scroll back on the stream if you can. I don't know if you can rewind on Twitch or not. But, you know, watch this back. I explained the full situation at the very beginning of this stream. Okay? And I'm not going to go into it again. It's just not worth it. So that's another $1 tip. And then Zilla98 did another $1 tip. I said a lot of people liked Godzilla the series because despite Godzilla using 1998 design, it did the atomic breath, defends mankind from monsters, and is immutable to conventional weaponry. I think he meant to say like he's invincible or it doesn't hurt him. And you know, yeah. See, I don't know anything about the series. It sounds to me like it actually was decent then, right? Like basically what they did is they tried to take the actual Godzilla idea and turn it into the cartoon series because the movie didn't. The movie veered so friggin' far. Like the movie had. Am I false in stating that the movie had a bunch of baby Godzillas running around a fucking stadium, and it was just like so ridiculous, over the top, nothing like regular Godzilla? I'm pretty sure it was insane like that. And Uzi Go Hard just cheered and said, "Sell the yacht." Yes, you know, when you're trying to make ends meet, maybe you should just sell the yacht. You know, sometimes you just gotta sell the yacht. What else can you do? What the fuck is going on? But you see what I mean? The stupid thing. I know what'll solve Phil's problems if he just stops streaming altogether and goes and gets a real job. Oh my god, ultimate facepalm. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? If you just cut down on all those ridiculous luxury expenses, what luxury expenses? What, you know what I mean? Like, I've cut down on so much. And, you know, no, I'm not going to sit here and do a whole stream about it and tell you about all this private shit. But, like, I love that people just think that they know so much about me when in reality they don't. You know, maybe at one point years ago you did. You don't anymore. You have no idea the things that I've done to cut corners and, you know, the sacrifices I've made to even keep this going. And to say shit like that is just so disrespectful and insulting. Like, you know, like I'm not, you know, trying to make this work. You know, do you think I like getting emails at 2 a.m. when I'm in bed lying to go to sleep, being woken up by my phone to tell me that I've been overdrawn on my bank account and I have to wait 10 days to get paid from Twitch? I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? You think I like this? You think this is a game? It's fun? Oh, yeah. It's fucking fun to spend this time on pre-stream talking about this shit. You know what I mean? Fucked up when people would say that shit. Last Rainbow Cheaties says, sell the palace. Just joking, your comments are hilarious. That's what I mean. Like, oh, well, you just cut back on everything. There's nothing to cut back on anymore. You know, I got so much shit going on right now in my personal life. Why do you think I tell you guys sometimes I'm so stressed out with the shit behind the scenes? Because I'm doing what I can now, and there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean? Itty Bitty Moose tipped me 50 bits and says he made a donation on my behalf to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Good. Sounds good. Thank you for that. If that is the case, which you're probably trolling, but fine. That sounds good to me. You know, they're a very good cause. I got an anonymous dollar tip asking, why do I have a mod turnover? It's very simple. Because some people just let it get to their heads, I think. You know, it's funny because some people will join the mod team with the best of intentions, and then next thing I know, they're doing stuff like, why are you doing this? You know, well, like I said, in particular, we had one mod that was just way too harsh. He would clear chat constantly. He would ban people on a whim. And I had conversations with him over and over about it. Why are you doing this? Stop doing this. And, you know, what can you do? Then on the flip side, we got a guy who's like the guy that detractors go to when they get banned from chat. And they try to trick him into getting him unbanned. And he keeps doing it. Even though I've had repeated conversations with him about it. I'm like, dude, you can't keep doing this. And he keeps doing it. Like, it's kind of complete opposites, right? It's like you can't have either extreme. When you're a moderator, what are you supposed to do? Be moderate. That's like kind of part of it. You need to be kind of middle of the road and judge a situation one way or the other. You can't be extreme one way or extreme the other. That's exactly what we had. We had two extremes that weren't melding. They were butting heads. They were causing problems in stream chat because of it. I just couldn't have it. I had to take care of it, and I did, you know. So let's continue. Hank tipped me $20. Sorry to hear about your situation. I hope this helps a bit. Great news about Final Fantasy IX on the coming Friday. What made you decide to play it before you finish Phoenix Wright? Two things. Number one, someone outright got it for me. He said, go buy the game. Here you go. Here's the credit for it. I said, all right, so I did. So since I already have it, that's one consideration, especially because I have no money for games right now. I mean, you know what I mean? I have no money to buy games, so I have to use what games I have. So that's number one. Number two is, I finished up pretty much everything for, you know, that I was expecting to play besides Mortal Kombat 11 and chill streams that I'm doing. And I'm like, damn, I actually need something now to at least in the short term get me through about 1 to 2 weeks until other new releases start coming out that people will want to see. And this is basically the way to do it. It's a game I already have. It's a game people have been asking for. I'm certainly not promising full-time coverage, and I mean that. Like, once I start up Final Fantasy IX, it may end up being a game that goes on the back burner for a while and then comes back during the summer when I run out of time for new releases, or when I run out of new releases to play, I meant to say. But I think it makes sense to start it up now. Thank you very much, Hank, for that $20 tip. I appreciate it, and all of your support, man. I know you're a very supportive person who shows up and helps all the time. I thank you for that. Murai Must Die. Cheers. Your favorite kind of bacon? I love Canadian bacon. I would think I like thick cut bacon and I like center cut bacon. Center cut is the cut that's a better cut with way less fat, just more meat, more red, with the red meat tasting stuff. It tastes really good. And obviously, nice thick cut. I used to say, oh, you know, smoked and that, like different kinds of smoked bacon are good. But when everyone went Applewood smoked like crazy, basically the fad died out for me, and I just don't care about Applewood smoked bacon anymore. I ate it too much. Super Flash Cheer, he said you should try streaming on Plex Storm, dude. I have no idea what that is. Thank you for the cheer. Last Rambo cheered. He said I have a suggestion due to repeated questions and comments such as get a job or sell the house. Why not make a fact forum post? I guess I could. The thing is, though, here's the truth of the matter. Last Rambo, I understand what you're saying, but I think that you are sadly giving them the benefit of the doubt. The problem is these people are doing that to troll me. They're not doing it because this is legitimate. Like, oh, Phyllis got another job. No, people know that. People know that if I get a part-time fucking job somewhere for minimum wage, it's not going to help me as much as if I'm here streaming more. That's just it's the truth. They know that. It's that they just want to troll me by making it seem like there's some simple solution to all of my problems that I'm ignoring and I'm purposely torturing myself. I'm not. Trust me, if there was a easy way to fix things, I would do it. There's not. The situation I'm in is a very complex and difficult one. And it's going to take a long time to get to a better financial position, all right? But that's it. I don't think they're being genuine at all. I think they're fucking trolling. I do. I think they're trolling. And they're doing it, you know, if I made the fact, they pretend the fact doesn't exist. This is just like the people who come out and say that I suck at Street Fighter, despite the fact that there's a ridiculous amount of concrete evidence on the internet that I'm actually good at Street Fighter via tournament results. They just ignore all those just to say I suck at Street Fighter. You see what I mean? So it doesn't matter what I do in that regard. Jack Spartacus to be $2.50. Says, happy you're trying out Sonya. Hope things look up. Selling them brownies the chick last year made. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, another one of the ridiculous things, right? Why didn't I, instead of eating brownies, why didn't I sell those brownies? What the fuck, man? Alright. Almighty Turban. Try this again. Almighty Turban cheered and said, how about Mixer? It's gotten way better. I'm sure you'll get hundreds of embers. I have no problem with being right here. On... What do you call it? I have no problem with being here on Twitch. I love being on Twitch. Twitch is the place to be for streamers. Ideally, it's the premier place to stream. Everyone knows this. Being on Twitch is the place to be. Yeah, there's other options and other alternatives. Twitch is the #1 place to be for streaming. It's got the best visibility. It's got the best tools for streams. It's got the best everything. All right, just being honest. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to try Mixer. I don't want to go back to YouTube. I want to stay on Twitch for as long as I can because it's the best. And the thing is, you might not realize this, you cannot stream on multiple platforms and make money. It's against the terms of service of all those platforms. So if I went over to Twitch Mixer and streamed and tried to make money over there, I couldn't do it on Twitch anymore. I'd be violating their terms of service. So I want to stay here, dude. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay here. All right? JMFS tipped $1. He says, why do you act like you need money to buy every new game, but your fans buy you games all the time? No, it's true. And listen, JMFS, you're right, and it's very helpful when the fans have been buying me games recently, because I couldn't afford them. You know? I'm not going to front. You're right. But the thing is, you're right. Coming up this month, just for some perspective, there's the first DLC character from Mortal Kombat where you have to buy the Season Pass for Mortal Kombat to get him, Shang Tsung. That's on the 18th. Crash Team Racing is on the 21st. Judgment is on the 25th. The Sunken City is on the 27th. And Super Mario Maker 2 is on the 28th. If I don't have money to pay my bills, how do I get those games? You see what I mean? So the fans have been stepping up and donating and helping. So I don't even understand what your point is, because you really don't have one. Polish Brat tipped me $1 and basically wants me to eat Polish food. They said, Italian cuisine is considered luxury food in Europe. Instead of expensive meatballs and turkey burgers, why don't you switch for something cheaper, like kibasi or zapiekanka? Polish food is delicious and on a budget. No, you're right. And, you know, I don't know why you think I eat Italian food every day. I don't. I have Italian food, like, at most once a week, and it's usually because I made a big batch of Italian sauce, which, by the way, is incredibly economical. I get 6 to 7 meals out of this batch of sauce that probably, if you add up all the ingredients, right? Let me actually think about this concretely. Probably $20 to make this giant pot of sauce that is 7 meals. You know what I mean? In reality, I do not spend a lot of money on food. In fact, like I said, I've cut down big time in the last year. But he's right. He's actually describing some foods here, like Polish kibasi. Oh my God, I love kibasi. It's good, man. It has this unique flavor to it. It goes well with various different sides. It's really good. So I agree with you. Maybe I'll have some kibasi. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I'll have that this week. Because that's easy. You just fry that up in a pan or whatever. You can boil it or you can fry it, either or. It's delicious. Maybe I'll do that. That's actually a good idea. Maybe I'll get that for dinner this week. Unlimited Ponage 101 tipped me $1.50 and says, after Sonya, will you try out Cassie as well? She has a sassy attitude, which I find hot. I may. You know, as I said, I am going to be playing a little bit more Mortal Kombat 11 in the next week or two. And I may try out other characters. Right now, today's definitely Sonya, because this is a character people have been asking me since day one to play. So I'm going to try her out today. I don't know who else I'll be trying out in the future. We'll see. As time permits, you know, with the E3 stuff and also with the new releases, let's see what happens. Okay? Pizza Knickers tipped me $1 and says, why do you like kart racing games so much? Aren't they all the same? No. And in fact, first of all, Crash Team Racing, even though it played like a kart racing game, wasn't a kart racing game. Even though I guess you could argue it was. I mean, they were driving cars, but I understand it's like arcadey style racing. I like it a lot. I do like these kart racing style games, and I think that they're fun. And there hasn't been one in a long time. Okay, so I enjoyed Crash Team Racing, even though there was it wasn't a great game. And when I actually got the online play, it wasn't so great. It was fun to play through the campaign and everything. And I'm looking forward to Crash Team Racing next month. Okay? Now, here we go with a bunch of idiots. in stream chat. Pizza Knickers, Nickers. It's a character from Rage 2, dummy. When I read the character's name from Rage 2, then people also freaked out. Say, oh, what did Phil say? Shut the fuck up. Try harder. Almighty Turban Cheer said, how about a Patreon goal? If you hit the goal, you react to your detractor videos. No, I will never do that. I will never give them the extra attention that they're looking for. And Preach has resubbed for 3 months and said, hell yeah, thank you very much, Preach, for the resub. Okay. So, everyone, thank you very much. Very supportive pre-stream today. I appreciate that. Let me assure you that all these tips that just came through today are going straight to bills. I'm going to transfer that to my bank account during the break. No lie, when I go on break, I will be transferring all this to my bank account to help pay bills. This will help probably pay at least one bill. No lie. So thank you for that very much. So, one final thing. All right. Oh, vote Vinkman? Vote Vinkman tipped me $1. Says, do you think views and interaction being down is because you've been doing this for 11 years? You're part of the old guard, so to speak. Grey's Anatomy was on for 11 years and doesn't have the audience it used to. Viewers grow on and move up. No, dude. First of all, let me tell you, I'm gonna right now counter what you're saying. I actually think my streams recently have been more positive than ever before. Like, we're having fun interactions and people are being supportive on streams. It's the opposite of what you're saying. It's not that people aren't being supportive on streams at all. Like, I don't know why you're getting that kind of vibe. It's been good. Like, my chill streams are actually like way more positive with more interactions and support than I think I've seen in recent memory. They're doing really well. The streams are good. I have not a negative thing that I can say about the streams at all. The streams have been great. But you're absolutely right. Over time, things wane in popularity. You're right. I know that. I'm not stupid. Why do you think I said I know I can't do this forever? Long term, not as many people are going to care about me and my streams, and they're going to want to move on and do other stuff. I get that. That's why eventually, long term, I have to have this plan to kind of move on and do other stuff, or at least balance this with another kind of job. I get that. Hey, Gangster Cheers, how about a sub goal where you debunk... What? Do another debunking stream. And then Super Flash Cheers said a bunch of stupid shit that I'm not going to say. Okay. Alright, guys, thank you very much. We've now done an incredibly long pre-stream. I'm going to end the pre-stream. We're going to get started with gameplay, because I actually want to get 2 hours of gameplay in before I take my break here. And at this rate, we never will. So thank you. Let's end the pre-stream. And then let us start up and try out a new character. All right? Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone, for the support of pre-stream. I appreciate it. I basically need to keep this up for about 10 days so that I can make ends meet until I get my payment from Twitch and go from there. So thank you so much. And let's get started with Mortal Kombat. Here we go.